Ersan, firstly, let's go back to Saturday night against a very strong South Melbourne side in a game that we clearly dominated on the pitch. I think they had 3 shots to our 13. No shots on target for them. We walk away with a point. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, yeah, so let's go. After the game, we'll talk about what happened after the game. The boys were devastated. I mean, that just shows you, that shows me and the people that are watching the game that we played so well and we just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. The boys to be devastated is something also I look at it as a positive. I mean, because all that effort that they put in and keeping that ball and moving the ball the way we want them to move it and having attacking play in the front third and just not being able to score is disappointing, and they've obviously realised that, and they're disappointed they didn't get more than a draw out of the game. But overall, the game was fantastic to watch. If you were a neutral supporter, I think you would have been pleased to see what kind of football Hume City can play, and it's just building from what we did on the weekend. It's glimpses of what we've done throughout the pre-season leading up into the season. We've been patchy, but against South, it was a collective of everything that we worked on and have basically implemented in the game, and we can only build on that. That's a requirement from everyone in the team and from the staff and the players that played and the players that don't play. That's the bare minimum that is required to play at Hume City, and they've shown what they're capable of doing when they put everything together that we worked on. It reflects on the pitch, and I couldn't be more proud of the playing group of the way they executed and played that game. But obviously, not getting the 3 points was the disappointing part of the game.
Now we're about 6 months, if you include our pre-season, with this squad. We're about 6 months in. Going back to the start of pre-season and looking at the squad now, what's impressed you the most, and how much has this team improved from the end of last season to now?
Yeah, this is it's a topic where it's a tricky topic to talk about, because I walked into the club when there was a deflated playing group. I knew they were capable of playing football. They just lost that self-confidence and self-belief of what they used to be able to do previous year. So the hardest thing for me was transitioning and making this team have that self-belief of they are a good team. I think individually they knew they're good players, but obviously it's not individual sport, it's a collective team effort. And when we walked in and realised, okay, we need to work on a lot of things, the reason hence being starting pre-season early was, okay, let's build this playing group back to what they were, with a few ideas of my own and a belief of how I want this team to play, and a bit of what they used to be able to do. Was just getting all that together and then through pre-season, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we knew we had to be patient with them and just repetition of what we believe in, what we want to see out of the playing group. And now I think we've got the recognition of the league of what Hume City can do playing football. Attackingly and defensively, we're very good, we're very solid, but I mean, we're only into round 8, leading into round 9. We can't get, that's a word I use, complacent a lot in the changing room, because at this level we can get complacent. We can think, okay, the job's done and that's it. We go again, game by game. How can we improve? How can we stay on top of the players? And that's back on the coaching staff. How can we get the best out of the playing group? So that's my job, to get the best out of them, but at the same time, make them enjoy what they're doing. That's what football's about, and that's why you play football, to enjoy. And that's how I try to bring the best out of the playing group.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. It's really great to see how the team is gelling together at the moment. And you did mention that after the game, that this team is really starting to gel and show their full potential. How much easier does it make your job? And I know you've said this. You actually said this after the game on Saturday, that the team make your and the coaching staff jobs so much easier because of everything everything you ask, they implement, and the team is so agile and able to maneuver between different situations. For example, we had Josh going off unexpectedly on Saturday night. And, we had to shuffle a few things around the board. We sent Mitch up forward. How much easier does that make a job?
Yeah, so I back every player that I have in my team. Doesn't matter what position they play. The week before, we had to play Brandon the last minute right back. He did a fantastic job, and he got Team of the Week. So that just shows you every in our playing formation that these players have played some of the playing group have played a lot together, that they understand what the players are going to do. It was bringing in the new players and making them understand what we want from them, and now they're starting to understand, which is making everything easy, as you said. And what we work on during the training park is a massive for me. The biggest satisfaction I can get is what we work on in training park and comes out and implements in the game. Then it's just like sitting back and watching the game and being comfortable. Yep, that's what we worked on. That's what we want. If the opposition presses, this is what we do. If the opposition don't, this is what we do. So, as you said, everything makes my job easier, the coaching staff job easier, because they can react to instructions that we give in. They're simple instructions, but the simple instructions are the most important instructions. Simple football is the best football, and that's what we try to do. Just play a move, and the outcome shows. Obviously, playing wise, it shows, but not the result. But I'm not going to say it will come. It has to come. That's something that they have to identify now, that they know what's our weakness is not getting that ball in the back of the net. Last week, the week before, we scored 5. This week, we create more chances than we did last week. So, I mean, give credit where credit's due, their keeper had a fantastic game as well. Pulled off fantastic saves, 1v1s, Josh's few headers, Ochi's shots, Jawad's shot. So there was a few. Obviously, we had so many goal scoring opportunities. Fair credit to the keeper. Had a great game, and yeah, we just continue on that momentum that we've got at the moment.
Now, talking about that momentum, we look ahead to Green Gully on this Friday night. Another big test against a top 6 team where, that's the standard that we want to be at. Does anything change, or do we just keep doing the same thing that we've been doing?
Yeah, I mean, Gully's obviously been in this league for numerous years. They've got a foundation in place. They've got a good coach and a good playing group. And they know what they're doing as well. So it's going to be a team of two sides of playing football. It's just, I think that the outcome of that game will be who wants it more, who's more clinical in front of goals. And yeah, it's a real test for us. Again, every week is a test, because what we're doing is we're building. So when you want to build, you have to test yourself. So this is another test leading up into this week. Can we stand up to a top 6 team? We're thereabouts, we're not in the top 6. So for us to be in the top 6, we've got to be top 6 teams. So again, the playing group will identify what needs to be done, and we'll identify what we can do to win the game, and we'll work on that. And then the rest is up for the boys on Friday night. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be an absolute cracker, and I can't wait to get down there. Well, good luck this week, and hopefully we can keep our momentum going forward and take the 3 points away.
Thank you very much.